All right, good morning, everybody. We're moving into Macbeth. Don't forget, today is the firm deadline for your current events assignment that was due in Turnitin.com last Thursday, as well as your synthesis self-evaluation was due yesterday. Whether or not you completed an essay, that will lock this Friday. So you've got only a couple more days to make sure that that is in Schoology. All right, so for Macbeth, you have some notes here. You can print these out. You can just keep them, download them, keep them somewhere handy. For me, I've taken my own notes in a notebook, but this is about Tanistry and then Divine Right. And so there's just giving you a couple of just historical pieces of information. So this is about the inheritance of the kingship. So in traditional monarchies, right, it's typically the oldest son of the monarch or whoever would be next in line. They in Scotland during this time, it used to be the practice of tanistry, where they would appoint somebody to be the next king from this pool of noble families. So this kind of goes over that. This explains the divine right of kings, and so to have any crime against the king would be a crime against God, punishable by death. And then, of course, it ranks the natural order hierarchy here. And then, of course, this is kind of Shakespeare's homage to England's current king, which was King James I. Hence why his company was called the King's Men. And that kind of goes a little bit about who Banquo is and kind of the relation to King James I. And you probably want to know some of that historical background. It might help you make a little bit more sense of some of these characters. Then on this link, it says Macbeth text and quotes. Text and audio links. It'll prompt you to make a copy of this in your Google Drive. And so this link right here will take you to the side-by-side No Fear Shakespeare translation. It is our recommendation that you pull up this YouTube audio version. So it's right here. I'm trying to figure out ways. I can't see if you can put on the captions, but there's music, there's drama, the voices change. You can hear a lot of what is happening within the stage direction. So it'd be really in your best interest to have this. And open up the Sparks Notes link here. This will give you some brief summaries of each of the scenes, but when you click on the scene, it'll have the original Shakespearean text on the left and then the modern text on the right, and you can go through each scene in this way. And if you follow along with the audio will read the Shakespearean version, and you can follow along with the modern text. It might help so that way you're not constantly reading and rereading. If you're not a person who needs the audio, then don't use it. But this document has audio and side-by-side notes for every single, not notes, the text for every single scene. So today I really want us to focus on scene 1. If you can read ahead, I would strongly recommend that you do. I personally am taking notes. I have a notebook, which I'll show today during Zoom. I also write in my book. I look at figurative language. I look at symbolism. I look at maybe some historical references. All of those things are just going to be helpful. Later on, we will do a sort of synthesis research paper where we do focus on individual characters and relating them to real life characters or real life people right now. So I would definitely start taking notes on the development of these characters and just kind of pay attention to, foreshadowing and what roles each of these people play within the situation, as well as within, just the dialogue itself. Remember that this is a play. It is meant to be performed. It is meant to be spoken. And so that also plays into how we read it as well. We'll talk a little bit further about what we're reading today, tomorrow, and Friday during our Zoom class periods today. But if you have any questions, remember that we are moving forward in conferences if you would like one based on your synthesis essay. And if not, that's okay too. Remember, they're not mandatory. All right, have a great Wednesday, everybody. Stay warm, and I will see you guys later. Take care.